Now then, children, who here is the eldest sister? You, little one? No. Well, how about you, or you? Oh, none of you. Very well, let's try it another way. Who here is the youngest sister? You, little one. What about you, or you? Now you're closer, but not quite. Over there. Are you the youngest sister? Aha! So you are. Do sit down right here beside me, and I'll tell you a tale. Once upon a time, in a dark and gloomy forest, there lived a family of wolves. They weren't ferocious wolves that went around eating people. No, they were very polite, thanking you wolves. Now, this family consisted of a father, a mother, a daughter, and a son. The dad was the biggest and scariest wolf anyone had ever seen. His teeth were long and sharp, and his fur was the color of moss. Mom wolf was as slim as a whip, and her fur was gray as ashes. Then there was daughter wolf, whose fur was white as snow, and whose eyes sparkled like stars in the night sky. Finally, young wolf was a miniature version of his father, except his fur was still golden, like butter, and his teeth hadn't sharpened yet. One day, Dad Wolf decided he needed to teach his son how to hunt. The time has come, he told Mom Wolf, that I must show young wolf how to catch rabbits and deer. Yes, yes, said Mom Wolf, it's important for him to learn. But dear husband, you know how fierce you are. You might scare poor young wolf out of his wits. Dad Wolf stopped sharpening his claws and thought about that for a moment. Good point, he said finally. I guess I'd better let my brother do the teaching. He's much calmer than me. Soon, Uncle Wolf was there with his gray fur and calm green eyes. So young wolf, he said, would you like to learn to hunt? Oh yes, sir, said young wolf eagerly. Take me with you right now. But Uncle Wolf shook his head. No, it's too dangerous for you. First, you must learn how to be brave. But I am brave, insisted young wolf. Oh, you aren't, said Uncle Wolf with a chuckle. If you were, you wouldn't whine like a little mouse when you hear a chirp in the night. But I do, young wolf admitted, shamefaced. Well then, I'll help you become brave, said Uncle Wolf. Each night you may accompany me. While we prowl, I'll teach you how to control your fears. Young wolf beamed and thanked his uncle over and over. That night, as they walked in the forest, young wolf trembled at every snap of a twig. At every rustle of leaves, he whimpered, "Oh, I'm scared, I'm scared." "Don't be afraid," said Uncle Wolf kindly. That was only a branch breaking, but soon they heard a sound that made even Uncle Wolf's hackles rise. It was a loud, deep growl. "Heavens," he whispered to young wolf, "that's the Gruffalo, and I haven't the strength to fight him off. Quick, hide behind that log." So young wolf crawled behind the log, and before long, the growling came closer. Out stepped the Gruffalo, huge and nasty, and his eyes glistened like rubies in the moonlight. "What have we here?" he growled suspiciously. "Just a nice gray wolf," said Uncle Wolf, bravely. "Going home from our nightly prowl." The Gruffalo snorted and looked at young wolf. "Why, and who are you?" "I'm young wolf," he squeaked, "and I'm learning to be brave." The Gruffalo threw back his head and roared with laughter. "Brave, are you? Why, I could easily kill you and your papa, too." "You can't kill us," said Uncle Wolf, angrily, "or you'll have to deal with me." And the two wolves bared their teeth and growled at the Gruffalo. "Huh, so you think you're tough, huh?" The Gruffalo suddenly grew serious. "Then I reckon it's time I leave." With that, he turned and left as quickly as he'd come. "I can't believe it," said young wolf. "You scared him away. How could that be? You're not even as big as he is." Uncle Wolf put a comforting paw on his shoulder. "There's more to being brave than having sharp teeth and strong claws. Young wolf, sometimes courage means standing up to someone twice your size, and sometimes it means doing nothing at all. Being brave isn't about always roaring and growling. It's about knowing when to roar and when to be silent, when to stand your ground and when to run away, knowing when to be brave and when not to be brave. You're still very young, my boy, but I see great bravery inside you. It just needs some practice." "Ah, well, that was a good lesson. Let's go home." When they arrived home, Dad Wolf was pacing the floor anxiously. "Did you learn your lesson, son?" he asked. "More than I could have hoped," said young wolf proudly. Then he told his father how he'd learned the meaning of true bravery. Dad Wolf was so pleased that he gave his son a big hug. "You are truly a credit to our family," he said. And from that day on, young wolf continued to practice his new skill. He wasn't afraid anymore. And that's all because he knew when to be brave and when not to be brave. Did you learn something today? Have you learned how to be brave? Did you learn a good lesson? And will you keep practicing? Good. Then I'll be able to tell the tale of Cinderella to you someday. Yes, children, I'll tell you that tale, but not today. No, not today.